All right, a room refresh. Okay, that's always a good idea, especially when your space feels a bit lackluster. But then you've got inflation prices, so many expenses, you don't want to spend a lot. We feel you, so we brought in the big guns to help. From New York City, top designer James Stanley, principal and founder of James Stanley, New York. James, it's so good to have you.
Claudia, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate you. I'm excited.
I'm excited too because I love to rearrange things, but I'm the spender. I go get new things when I shouldn't. Now, tell us first the key elements you believe we should all have in every room of our home.
Key elements. I think there's three top ones for me, at least in my designs, and ones that I try to push on my clients. Push meaning that I want them to create elements that reflect them. Right? Nobody wants to walk into a room and not see Claudia if this is your home. We want to see Claudia through maybe, your artwork or pops of color or things that you relate to. So that's number one for sure. And then textures. I love textures in every room. So whether we're talking leathers with cottons, with raffia, or we're talking wood and glass, I really want you to go for textures in every room. And then bring some nature in, obviously with flowers or branches or whatever you may have. Like literally, I went out this morning in the garden and I picked these out of the front stoop, and they're just some leaves and branches, and I put in the bowl and bring in some nature into your home. I think those are the top three elements every room needs to have.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And the idea of just going outside and bringing that nature in, yes, a must. Well, look, I'm starting to see new decor hit the stores. I'm so tempted. But you say save money, shop at home first. Where do we look and how can we get used to doing that?
So this is a concept, Claudia, that you're already familiar with, and obviously people that are watching are. Think about it when we dress. So we go to our closet, right? We open up the closet and we say, oh, first thing we usually say is, I don't have anything. And then we mix and match pieces. We throw on accessories. We create a different look and vibe all the time. And if you're crazy like me, you're constantly doing that. And we didn't spend a dime. We didn't buy anything new, right?
Right.
Same concept to your interior design. I want you to bring that same concept, same thought process.
You know what? That works for me. Very nicely put. Now, you sent us an example of how you just redid a conversation space with just things you already had around the house. As we look at that, share your method designing by repurposing. How did it all happen here?
Word of the day is repurpose, right? So I think that is the buzzword in the world right now. We constantly do that. I want you to do the same thing in your home. So maybe go to the kitchen, my favorite #1 shopping department in my home, kitchen.
Yes.
And I bring out things. I bring out like the cake stand. So if you look down here, we have a beautiful coffee table book, but I put a cake stand underneath it because a lot of us don't have a coffee table book holder. So now you do. And then we also I took out these pictures out of the kitchen as well, and I repurposed them. So these are thrift shop finds, $2 a piece, believe it or not. And I use them seasonally. I put fruits in them, or I put berries in them. So again, things out of your kitchen that you can use. Now I want you to do the same thing. Maybe go to your closet. Here's one for you. And I want you to bring out scarves. And here we have a really lovely scarf, and we can either drape it on a sofa chair or pop a piece of color in our coffee table and drape them. And voila, we've created some softness, some new energy with just pieces around our home.
I love that pop of color there, and genius that you just brought the scarf out. Like we really do need to use some of the things we already have. Now,
I totally. Look at this gorgeous one. I was in Italy recently. A guy made for me, right?
Yes.
And I use it and I drape it over the shit because I love the colors. And I use it usually in spring, summer, and fall to drape, or I put them over the pillow. So you really can use things at home.
That is a good scarf right there. I'm telling you, that is right along my color palette. Okay, how important is it, and you touched a little bit on it earlier, is it to really make spaces feel like your own? Like, I don't want to be scared to do that.
It's, that's the first thing I want you to think about. Think about what you like. Forget the trends, forget what the experts like myself are saying, and really start off with things you like and then start editing down, So I think create a room that you really love and then edit down. And I want to share some magic with you, Claudia.
Let's do it.
We're going to transform this room like this and go from this vibe to a slightly different vibe live. How about that?
Okay, go.
Let's do it. So we're going to change out a lamp. If you have a lamp or a lampshade, I want you to change it out. So we're going to go from dark to light.
Okay.
We're going to change our artwork, and we're going to bring in some summer artwork. So we took that apart. And I want you to change your pillows. Top thing you should be throwing out are the pillows. You just throw them out, and we're going to get some new ones. And we took these from our bedroom area in the back, and we created a summer vibe. We're also going to switch out the throws because we have a darker throw. I want to use a beautiful light throw. Voila. So we have this linen one, and we're going to use this and kind of drape it. And now we've changed this environment from artwork to throw pillows to our throw to our lamps, and we created a more summer fun vibe in here.
Okay, I love you. All right, it is official. You totally
I love you too.
Good vibes happening over there. Well, James, thank you so much for being with us today. A pleasure.
Claudia, it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Oh, he's so good. Follow designer James Stanley on Instagram at James Stanley NY.